Beltane, the kind druid. Birdie, the opportunist rogue. Delvon, the peaceful cleric. Kerius, the dramatic warlock. Tatyana, the snarky monster hunter.
Excuse me?
These were the ones who were tasked by the Church of Lathander to search for two missing priests. Their last known location was the town of Lionsmouth, a notorious hive of the dishonest and seedy. Immediately upon arrival, strange events set the group on edge. Animals fled from town, folks reporting memory and sleep difficulty, and most frightening of all, the utter denial of the existence of the ones they were contracted to find. Townsfolk blamed each other for the problems plaguing the area, and as such, the party were unable to trace the source. Speaking with animals only revealed only utter terror or sociopathic indifference. Worsening their investigation, hours seemed to pass within minutes. On top of that, night terrors and strange effects disrupted their sleep. The group's investigation led them to believe there was a secret force killing and eating the townsfolk. They were able to ascertain that a ritual had gone terribly wrong, but could find little other evidence of the identity of the evil presence haunting the town. Today, their investigation continues as they try not to become the next victims of the horror at Lionsmouth.
In the Twilight Zone.
Damn it.
You had to say it, didn't you?
All right, so...
It was very Serling. What can I say?
All right, so if I can get to this button to work, fantastic. All right. Kerius, you have stayed on watch, vigilant and slightly paranoid after last night's events.
Slightly?
You...
I prefer to think of myself as properly paranoid.
You hear footsteps coming up from the stairs. Oh, did you stay up the entire night?
Actually, refresh my memory on one thing.
Yes.
The face we saw. What was the context for us seeing it again?
It was... Beltane and Delvon had a nasty dream where they saw its face.
Oh, yes. It was shared. Okay. And what was this man's name again?
Arthur.
Arthur. To say it's been a fascinating evening would be quite the understatement. An uncommon number of us have seemed to dream of the exact same thing. Namely, of a face. The exact same face. Meanwhile, I've been close on guard, seeing or observing a cloud of fog that drifted past our windows.
Fog, you say?
And back. Fog that drifted between the windows as if constantly changing direction, watching.
That is unusual. Well, as far as I can tell, nobody's dead. So, were the rooms and accommodations to your liking, at the very least?
I didn't sleep, but... Well, I suppose you'd have to ask everybody else.
All right. Well,
The furnishing is quite nice, though.
Indeed. Well, you should see the penthouse then. Even though it's...
A bit upscale?
No, it's just... Something very irritating happened at the penthouse.
Irritating?
Yes,
Elaborate further, please.
About 2 weeks ago, someone rented it out. They had all their stuff moved in, and they had all their stuff moved in. It's actually still up there, but no one ever came to it. No one ever actually showed up. I mean, I feel like someone's pranking me because someone actually forged a signature, my own signature, saying that they came here. And it's weird because they paid for it. It's that's why I really do think that, the guard captain might be onto something with this whole magical trickster. Someone just has a really, really weird sense of humor.
No kidding. It would appear as if the memory... shenanigans, I suppose you could call it, have been occurring for quite a bit long.
Indeed. Well, if anyone wants breakfast, things will be ready in about a half hour. So I'd recommend you talk to your friends about this.
Will do. Oh, and your finest cocoa, please.
Cocoa? Bit of a sweet tooth?
It's nostalgic, I suppose.
Fair enough. He gives a smile and he walks away.
So, at this point, when I just go and tell everybody breakfast is on, and also kind of suspicious story?
Yeah. It's like you can... So you walk over to the room with Delvon, and you knock on the door. And Delvon, you're roused awake, and you still can see the empty-eyed, grinning face from your dreams. Yet your skin's feeling a little clammy, like you've been sweating the entire night.
Who is it?
Don't mind me. I don't have a face.
Please do not. I am not in that kind of mood for humor at the moment. Not after last night.
Well, in any event. Have you seen anything else out of the ordinary since that dream?
No, though I doubt even the most accommodating furnishings would have helped me rest after that. It was truly frightening. An omen, perhaps. I'll be out in a moment.
Very good. Breakfast is on.
I'll join you shortly.
All right. So
I'll go wake up the others. If they're not already awake, that is.
Kerius, you walk over to the ladies, you give a very polite knock on the door.
That is Kerius' shtick, after all.
Muffins.
Oh, well. As it would happen, muffins may indeed be on the menu. We're calling for breakfast.
I could use one right now. And maybe a bit of morning wine.
That early? Day drinking? Oh my.
Have you never had brunch?
Normally I prefer to sleep in until noon, so usually it's just lunch.
That explains it. But forget it.
One person lecturing the other about one's customs.
Look, I just want a nice orange cranberry muffin.
Tatyana,
No.
Tatyana, Kerius,
Sounds-
perception check in the chat,
sounds delightful.
please.
All right.
Perception check, alright.
Yeah, just click the little dice
Yeah,
in
just,
the chat.
just click it in the chat.
Yep.
Ooh, good one.
I want to know what
Yeah.
I want to know what the fuck that was last night.
Beltane and Kerius. You're both looking
Yeah.
at Tatyana as she says that, and there's something next to her bed. A ba-
Oh yeah, the writing.
No, the writing is gone.
Oh. That went back into her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And there's a backpack, one that neither of you two have seen before, as well as a lute.
What manner of bad comedy is this?
What do you? Oh,
Bad comedy. Ooh.
where'd
I'll
those
ask
come
about-
from?
I'll ask about the bad comedy later. What exactly, anyone can play the lute? I certainly can't.
Let's leave the instrument alone for now. I'm more curious about that backpack. That's not one of yours, is it?
No.
Meanwhile, I don't play the lute. I play the flute.
Cute.
Oh, it's-
DM, can I do an investigate to check for traps?
That would be a perception to check for traps.
Really? Fine. Hey, much better.
Hey, much better. All right. You're incredibly suspicious of this bag. Like, how did it get here? You're looking it over. You prod and poke it. It's not a mimic. You're 100% sure of that.
Okay, thank God.
That's all we need, right?
And so, as far as you can tell, there's nothing in that's going to explode upon entry. Upon anything, you do not detect any traps whatever in this bag.
How big is it?
It looks like it's big enough to hold some adventuring supplies. It looks very much like an adventurer's grade backpack.
All right, then Birdie dives into it, and you see her little legs flailing about up on top as she's digging through it.
Yep. Yeah, you see some interesting stuff in here. You see things like a lantern. You also see about 45 gold pieces in there. Some rations.
Those 45 gold pieces are now in my pocket.
Yeah. You also see some music sheets and a journal.
Ooh. First, I'm going to look at the music sheets.
You look at the music sheets, and yeah, they seem to be written for loot. Whoever wrote these seems to be learned, but how kind of messy it looks, it seems as if they were self-taught.
Ooh, look. She drew lines in between all her bug smushes. And then the journal.
All right. So,
She folds herself out of the backpack again, and she's like, "Ooh, anyone up for some light reading?"
Time I did that, the last time I did that, I kind of got frightened to no end, but... Oh, well, in for copper.
All right.
Yes.
So,
She offers to read it.
all right.
Delvin, Delvin, we found something interesting.
I'll be right there.
All right.
Kerius, you can come in. Are you a vampire too? Is that why you haven't
Don't!
You haven't been invited?
Very well.
Please don't put that thought in my head.
Sorry.
Ugh.
All right. So you guys gonna enter the room?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, we're already in there.
Yeah. It's just okay. So
There we go.
here we go. All right. So who's reading this, Birdie or Tatyana?
Tati will.
Okay.
Tatyana opens the journal and goes to the first page. Today we're heading to Lionsmouth. Delvon found us a fantastically paying job. Gods, what would I do without him? All these years wandering together, he's so easy to get along with. He just has this calming aura. You feel safe around him, physically and emotionally. Man wouldn't hurt a fly even if it buzzed around his head at night. I would know, I saw it happen. Today we made some new friends. We had some interesting conversations about... ghosts. I really hope it's not ghosts. I can't stand ghosts. I know that feeling. These people are either nice or entertaining. I sort of hope our adventure together will be one of many. She turns the page. It's day 2 of the journey. I've gotten to know our new companions for this mission. The halfling, Birdie. She's a self-described klepto... What? We've had a few incidents where she swiped my stuff, but after I told her I wasn't rich, she thankfully left it alone. Girl has a good heart somewhere in there, as she seems to recognize she has a problem, and at the very least is trying to work around her mental illness in a constructive way. Given the reputation of Lionsmith, perhaps she's where she needs to be. Quite ironic. I hope her reunion with her friend Dana goes well?
Wait a minute.
She looks at Birdie.
I have a friend.
Apparently.
Apparently,
turn-
wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. First page, Delvin. They knew you.
Yeah,
Apparently,
I
this
thought
person knows all of us.
that's what I'm seeing here. I just thought maybe the first Delvin was maybe just a coincidence, but hang on, let me continue.
Please.
Then there's Kerius. I wonder why he wears that mask. Is it a scar? Probably just really enjoys the theater, as the fellow is quite theatrical, but I don't know. There's something off about him, like he's trying to hide a lot of pain. He is showing a lot of avoidant attachment, so hopefully he'll come to trust me enough at some point to let his true self show. He's a fun person to be around, and I hope we can become good friends. Kerius?
It got a few things wrong.
Interesting.
This next one's about me. Tatyana is a Scarlet Mercenary. I thought I heard her name before. I'm glad to have her here, whatever's causing these disappearances at Lionsmith. I think she'll be able to protect us from them. I doubt it's the vampire she's used to, but that's just my gut talking. She's really kind and helpful. She looks like she would be scary and broody, but I guess that goes to show how much you can judge people based on their appearance. Huh. I know I can count on her if something bad happens. Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
I don't hear any inaccuracies in it, though.
I'll take that as a compliment. Moving on. Oh my god, Beltane is adorable. There isn't a mean bone in her body. She even introduced me to some squirrels on the road, and we fed them together. Dream accomplished. All caps. I think out of all of our new companions, she's my favorite. She can turn into a cat, and she let me pet her ASDFHJKLSDF, all caps.
Beltane is hearing this and is just like, I'm flattered, but I feel like I would have remembered that happening.
Tatyana turns the page. I overheard him talking to Birdie about the best time to propose. What? I hope he won't be mad at me, and I snuck a peek at the ring. It's gorgeous. Now I know why he wants us to take this job. It looked expensive, haha. Golly, 3 days worth of travel to a hive of scum and villainy. If he proposes here, I will kill him. Crossed out. Redacted. What? Don't talk like that, Irina. He is more socially aware than that. I don't know why, but something about this situation with Lionsmouth awoke a nameless fear in my heart. I had better take some extra precautions. I don't want to lose my new friends. Perhaps a protective mental enchantment might work. A couple of them are leery about me using bardic magic on them. Understandable. But I communicated clearly what it does. It shouldn't interfere with detect magic, which we will definitely need, and would easily show up as an expected ping.
Wait a minute, what? Ring?
What?
Who? Him? What? I don't remember anything about it.
Certainly,
You guys-
it's only the 5 of us.
So apparently we've been traveling with a bard this whole time?
Wait a minute. She points to the two men. Turn out your pockets. Do either of you have a ring?
I'm Arrow Ace.
Delvon.
And I took a vow of chastity.
Who is she talking about?
This mysterious bard. Hang on, there's more. Let me turn the page. She turns the page. And she looks frightened.
What?
It ate him? Oh god, help! It's everywhere! Why is no one doing anything?
It?
She turns the page. The townsfolk of Lionsmouth are really strange. I suspect there might be a ghost or something that's causing the memory problems. Well, I suppose that's why they brought Delvon along for that. Haha. My music has been a little muted for some reason, but luckily my bardic magic still works. Beltane's abilities were very useful in gathering information. The horses are scared of something eating people, and the crows are jerks. I don't like that the townsfolk seem to not trust each other. They really like to rumor-monger, and everyone thinks that someone else is bad. The stable boy blames the apothecary blames the mayor blames the blacksmith. It's all giving me a headache. At least I was able to barter for some good health potions from the apothecary. I feel like we're definitely going to need them for what's coming, and thankfully I was able to lead the group to a tavern. Though something is odd. The Two Brothers Inn? I asked the owner Arthur about that, and he gave me this side-eyed remark and said that it was just him thinking it was clever and he hates getting that question. Tatyana was a little spooked by that weird book that Kerius and Birdie found, so she asked me to sleep in on the double bed with her. I'm okay with that. I think I see someone flitting through some of the abandoned houses. I should warn the guards before we go to bed. She turns the page. That's it.
Well,
Guys?
That's the second mention of someone eating people. Something eating people. The horses said something was eating people. And now this says something is eating people.
Guys, please tell me one of you is just joking around and remembers that we were traveling with a bard.
Seriously, no, I'm...
It was just the 5 of us. I'm certain of it.
That's it. Look, I'm sorry in advance for all of you. She settles in between Kerius and Delvin's legs and goes to the boys' room to search their bags. The ring thing is bothering her.
I can't tell if she's going after the ring because she's curious about the current situation or she just really wants the jewelry.
I don't like jewelry! It gets in the way of my hands!
Birdie, you're searching through Delvin's backpack.
Am I supposed to see something?
Oh.
Oh, shit.
What is this?
Delvin! How do I get out of this room? How did I get into it? There we go. Look!
But how?
I'm going to go out on a whim and say you don't remember having that.
No. I don't.
Okay. I want to look at that loot. Okay, does it have this person's name on it? She said her name was Irina, right? Is the name engraved somewhere on the loot? Is this just some kind of foul trick?
The name is engraved on the loot.
How long ago does it look like it was engraved on it?
A year, give or take a few months.
Wait, say again?
A year, give or take a few months.
Okay, this memory magic is definitely a lot worse than I thought.
He's like running all over the place. She's like flipping out. She also said I had a friend. I don't have friends. What is this Dana person?
Hang on a second, guys. This might just be the breakthrough we need. This is the first piece of evidence that we've seen where we might have lost our memories. But this might just be confirmation.
Perhaps. The
horrible.
engagement ring. The missing member of a party. You may be onto something. Perhaps the evils of this village are far worse than we realized.
Going on a whim here. Who has detect magic here? Maybe we can trace them. Maybe there's some sort of trace on the on these items that maybe we can follow or something.
Indeed. Oh yes, make sure that you all have gone into your character sheets and long rested.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, does someone have detect magic?
I've got it.
Yes, Beltane had it. She used it yesterday.
Let's see if there's maybe some residual magic on this. Because for all we know, it could be fooling us, but it could also... Maybe we can trace it to something.
You do detect magical auras. The first thing is coming off the ring. There's abjuration magic coming off of it.
Duration magic?
Yes. And Beltane, you're blinking, and you see that there's also abjuration magic, an abjuration magical auras coming off of the entire party.
Whoa. There's magic on this ring, and there's magic on all of us, too, so this is definitely connected.
What kind of magic?
Abjuration magic. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Wait, what exactly does that one mean again?
Abjuration magic specializes in protection. Why are the 5 of us being subjected to protection magic? Like it's more there's more to it. Like there's more to it than that, but basically abjuration magic is meant for protection and negation of magical and physical abilities. In other words, think of it this way. You know how some mages can dispel magic from other things or people?
Uh-huh.
That's abjuration. Wait a minute. Did someone or something cast an abjuration spell on us that's making us remember?
I don't think about making us remember, but she did say she put one on.
That's right! Wait a minute!
She opens the journal again, and she remembers that part that said, where was it again?
That's page 3.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's... Yeah. Oh. Perhaps a protective mental enchantment might work. A couple of them are leery about me using bardic magic on them, understandable, but I communicated clearly what it does. It shouldn't interfere with detect magic, which we'll definitely need, and would easily show up as an expected ping.
So even if we don't consciously remember it, your magic does, Beltane.
Whoever our mysterious missing party member was, I think we might have lost them, but they managed to give us this so that we can at least be better prepared for what's to come. Whatever magic's going on here in Lionsmouth, it's even worse than we thought.
Perhaps it might have also had something to do with the creature I saw in my dreams last night.
What?
You're gonna have to explain that one. I remember seeing this sort of like creepy fog going out in the windows, but I don't remember seeing a face.
And Beltane's gonna just kind of like curl up into like a rocking position and just kind of has that look of like, can't sleep, clown'll eat me. Can't sleep, clown'll eat me.
Beltane, did you experience something like that as well?
Oh, great! Now you two are psychic! What is going on?
Dear.
So where did you find... you found this journal out of nowhere, you said?
It just appeared here. I think the last page also mentioned that this mysterious bard basically was sleeping in the same bed as me. So it stands to reason that their stuff is here. Oh dear. Guys, is it possible that... I mean, I don't know how I'm feeling about all this, but that face you guys saw last night... Is it possible?
Is it possible that what?
Is it possible they got eaten?
I mean, that would make the most sense. Why would they see it in a dream? Wouldn't we see them being, nom-nommed?
But that's just it. We don't remember.
Oh!
It's as though when our mysterious party member was devoured, all memory of her was devoured as well.
Tatyana looks at Delvon and is like,
Delvon, you might be onto something.
I mean, in that way, it would make sense.
Josh,
Yes.
is there something, some sort of investigation or some sort of knowledge check that would involve a creature who can erase someone or something from existence?
That would be Arcana or Religion, but the check would be very, very high unless you were to the check would be very, very high if you're going to recall it off the top of your head. You would have to go somewhere to in order to kind of decrease the DC. You would have to go you'd have to go somewhere to
Research.
to research. Yes.
A creature that erases something or someone from off existence, maybe?
So you could make you could make an Arcana or religion check, but I would not be too keen on your chances.
Okay, hang on, guys. Time out.
Yeah.
Alex has been talking.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear him like in the other room, but I'm not sure if anything.
Oh no, I haven't heard his mic at
Oh,
all.
I haven't heard his mic at all.
Uh-oh.
Hun, can you check your mic?
I'm
Hello?
so sorry. I haven't meant to be ignoring you.
Yeah.
Hello?
I know we have.
Yeah, now we can hear
This
you.
happened.
I haven't really been talking much to begin with.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, but it's good that we checked anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's just I wanted to make sure everything was working because
Yeah.
it's like I could hear you from the other room, but nothing you were
Oh.
saying was coming through from the game.
Okay.
Hmm.
Weird.
All right. Anywho.
Perhaps
did
we
he
should ask Arthur if there's a library around here somewhere.
I was thinking the same thing.
Wait a minute. Weren't we going to the church? I mean, we can go
mean-
to the library as well, but the church may help too.
Yeah, maybe there's something about, I don't know, demons or something.
I'm going to laugh if the church is at the same thing as the library. All they have is god books to read. It's hilarious. That's why everyone turned to scum and villainy. Nothing to read!
What I'm wondering is there like, shot in the dark, guys. None of you would know the existence of maybe a memory vampire or something? I mean, we got that tome yesterday that mentioned some sort of ritual with vampires or something.
That would be a no for me.
We must do research.
Good one.
All right. So.
Kerius, do you know of a memory vampire?
No. I can't recall.
That seems to be the main problem. Alright, everybody, let's find a library.
Breakfast first?
I could use a nice fruit bowl.
No sense in investigating a mystery like this on an empty stomach, after all.
All right.
Fine, muffins first, library second.
All right. So I'll try and drag your tokens down to the lower. Okay. So yeah, you guys can just walk down the stairs here, and it'll take you to the yeah. Just walk down the stairs here, and it'll take you to the Okay. Okay, so
Wait, down the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
My bad.
So yeah, Arthur is where is it? So yeah, Arthur is setting the table you guys were previously at. And yeah, you do see quite a few things over there. You see muffins, you see eggs, you see a lot of fresh fruit, and Kerius's order, a nice cup of hot cocoa.
Oh, splendid.
Yes. All right.
He grabs 3 muffins.
Are you?
I just load up on all the
are,
fruit.
are you all right? You look like you've seen a ghost.
In a sense.
Oh dear. Bad dreams?
In a sense.
Understatement.
All right.
It's been a rough night.
That seems to be par for the course around here. Well,
This has happened before?
a lot of people have have rough nights around here.
How long has this been happening?
Wait, let me guess. Month.
Yes.
Good for me, I get another muffin.
Yeah, it's yeah, maybe just take a few deep breaths, guys, and maybe some of this food will help ground you.
I have a question.
Yes?
Did anyone particularly nasty come into town about a month ago? Like, some sketchy person or something along those lines? Perhaps someone with an axe to grind would just terrorize all of you, or perhaps curse you all or something for some reason?
Not really. Honestly,
Do you remember anyone being the town butt of the joke? You know, someone who was consistently picked on.
I mean, there was this one guy, but I wouldn't necessarily call him the butt of the joke.
Tell us more.
He's yeah, he started acting very hysterical around a month ago, and he started disrupting things. He actually put up some graffiti on the side of my inn. You probably didn't notice it when you walked in.
No, what is it?
Well, if you finish those muffins, I can show you. It's easier to show you rather than explain it to you.
Already beat you to it.
All right. So we'll assume that you guys all finished breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
All right. All right. Where is it?
Meanwhile, while it's loading, maybe Beltane will just look at Kerius and be like, "How's the cocoa?"
Bitter, yet sweet. Just as I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what did Beltane order?
I got a fruit bowl.
Yeah.
And
At
how's
that-
your fruit?
Nice and tasty.
Looks like
I mean,
a
I'm
nice
sure-
hearty bunch.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure those eggs look tasty, but I don't like to eat anything that I can turn myself into.
You
Fair
do not
enough.
partake of the... I'm trying to think of the line from Scott Pilgrim. I partake not in the meat, nor the breast milk, nor the ovum of any creature with a face.
Nah, it just feels like a weird form of cannibalism to me.
Understandable.
Basically, Beltane is vegan for the same reason that Beast Boy is a vegetarian.
Yes, thank you. I was just
Wow, that is
Concerned? I think if you...
confirmed.
Wow.
wow. That is a. All
I
right.
had the same thought I did. We have the same brain cell.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So Arthur, he leads you around to the side of his inn, and he gestures.
Look up.
Look up. Right now, all I see are crows, however. Perhaps... there may be something... else.
Tatyana just looks up.
Yeah.
They did say that we were stupid walking food. Beltane, looks up even further than normal because she has to look up to look at all of you except Beltane.
Are the crows perhaps scouts for our mysterious entity?
I wouldn't put it past them at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounded to me more like they were scavengers, but I mean, scouts can scavenge afterwards.
You do. So yeah, you're all looking up, just trying to see if it does anything, and you hear Arthur chuckle because it's just like everybody does that as soon as they see it. You're looking up, and yeah, you see clouds, a few birds. You look at the roofs. You're looking around. You're not entirely sure what this thing is referring to.
Oh.
There's got to be some kind of riddle in this. It can't be so simple that anyone looking at this would not know what they're talking about.
Maybe it's a trick and we should actually do the opposite. And so she just looks down at her feet.
Yeah, you look down at your feet. You see the you see the cobblestone road. And that's really about it. You don't see any bugs. You don't see any you don't see any plants trying to squeeze their way through the inner cracks.
Well, that was disappointing.
So who is this, not quite butt of the joke fellow?
Honestly,
Where
I
can
don't.
we find him?
I saw the guards taking him away, but honestly, I couldn't. I honestly couldn't tell you.
All right then. We'll talk to the guards as well. Pray tell, where might we find a library?
Ah, the library. I believe you would find that in a middle district. He points down the road.
How far is that away from the church?
It's a good 5-minute walk.
Alright, excellent. Is everyone all fed and sufficiently prepared to face whatever the flip this is?
Ready as I'll ever be, I suppose.
Let's proceed.
Same. I'm still feeling shaken, but what are you gonna do?
Beltane will just walk over towards Tatyana and just kind of put her hand on her leg just to be reassuring, they're there. I will help you feel better. Just let me know what you need and I'll do what I can to help.
He's about to say something and
You know what? Never mind. Keep doing what you do.
The sooner that we get to the bottom of this, the sooner we can leave and have all this creepiness behind us. That's my way of looking at it, at least.
So you're kind of walking down the road towards the library, and where is it? You see this fairly decently sized building, and kind of through the windows you can see of this building right here where is it? Of kind of this building to the right of you. That there's a lot of books in there.
Ooh.
Library, potentially?
Yes.
Well?
So,
Hello, we are looking for books on horrifying memory-sucking monsters. Where might that be?
she looks up at you, And this fairly mousy librarian, she appears as if she's doing clerical work, and she's like, "Look, I can't really help you right now. I have a lot of work to do. Okay, it's like there are a lot of books here that haven't been returned in a while. Like they were found in some empty homes, and I'm really busy right now."
Empty homes, you say?
Yes, and so if I could get back to it, it's just, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to help yourself. And she's like pulling them over and just stamping and just pulling out all these papers, just trying to she looks like if she's cross-referencing things.
Tell me, were these books by chance checked out around a month ago?
She looks up at you. Yes.
I thought so.
Oh, lovely.
You enjoy putting this together, aren't you, Delvon?
I guess you could say he's delving deep into this whole thing.
I could hear Josh. I could hear Josh's strangled groan from out here.
I heard that too.
I'm gonna go find a section on monsters.
All right.
Where can we find the restricted section?
There is no restricted section here.
Boring. Alright.
All right, so if you're going to research this, before I ask for a roll, I want you to tell me everything you think you know about what's happening here in the town.
Okay.
Tell me everything you think that's happening.
Who wants to go first?
I think there's definitely some form of vampire afoot, especially given that the fog could potentially be its mist form.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think Delvon had it right earlier in that whatever is, like, there's definitely something going around here that's eating people. There is consumption, as has been mentioned in a few sources at this point. And my major guess is that there is a creature in this town that not only devours its victims from life, but also devours their very existence. Like, something is basically, once this thing devours whoever its target is, it erases them from history.
Perhaps the same fate befell the priests.
The priest, our mysterious missing party member, and probably several others.
All right.
Perhaps the people from the mayor's ledger.
There you go.
Beltane, do you have anything to add? The thing is that depending on the information that you tell me, it's going to decrease the DC for this. And if you don't, and if you don't pass this, you could always do more investigating and try again later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just trying to remember if, all the stuff I went through. I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. The empty houses, the missing the names on the ledger, the fact that no one seems to remember the priests who supposedly went missing, or the fact that or our mysterious missing party member. The weird thing is, the people who gave us the people who commissioned us remember the priests. So perhaps the effect of this creature is only limited to this town.
And this all happened
Hold on. Delvon. You
Yes?
just mentioned something.
Go
Would
on.
the people who have commissioned us have known about the bard, too?
Wait, say that again?
The people who've commissioned us known about the bard. Birdie.
That's a good question!
Yeah,
Birdie takes
yeah.
out her Birdie takes out her commission letter. Who is it addressed to?
You see 6 names signed on it.
Fuck. 6.
Fucking nice memory there.
It's her name's Irina, right?
Indeed.
Arena. The name on the ring. And the name in the journal.
And the loot. So we did have someone with us. And you were going to propose to her.
Apparently I was.
I'm so sorry.
I suddenly feel this heartache.
Alden was... Do you think it might have been your fiancé or something?
She was going to be, I think. Birdie looks over at Beltane and sort of gives her a, like, you know what to do nod. Birdie hugs his legs.
Yep, and I'm gonna give him a big hug too.
Thank you.
Well, enough of the sappy things. Let's try this.
Okay, so...
Another thing.
Mhm.
The horses are scared by it. The crows are not. It seems that it might have a limited reach.
Maybe. Maybe you can't... Good.
Well, that makes sense given if my hunch is correct and that it's fog, that the fog that we saw is in fact its mist form. That might track. It might need to get close to us to do anything.
Right.
Oh?
The dice are taking their sweet time to work.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's...
Press the thing!
Yeah, you
I
did.
don't know what happened.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, so... Kerius, did you click the dice thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh, it's a private roll. That's...
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, your check was not... Your rolls were not high enough.
Oh.
Bugger.
So yes, you've been scrounging around in here. It's just trying to find anything, but you feel like you don't have enough information. I recommend...
Do so reliably.
Yes.
Right. We have 2 other leads. We have the church, and we have that hysterical fellow. I think that perhaps it may not... It may be a vampire. I'm not going to discount that because I know nothing.
Perhaps to us, the hysterical fellow might not seem so hysterical.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
Where do we go first? Church or find the fellow?
I vote find the fellow.
A good
Do
idea.
we know where he is?
Said the guards took him away. So
I
let's
guess
find
we're,
Kerius.
I guess we're going to the barracks. Or the jail cells? I don't know.
Ah yes, your sweet little birdie is calling you.
all right. So, so yes, you're walking outside. So you're walking outside, and you're gonna ask for the guards. You're able to find one of them, and he does give you a kind of a raised eyebrow, but he does point you to the prison. So,